quiet.
Don't have to be quiet. This is quarantine cooking.
I forgot my face cream.
You forgot your face cream? Oh my god. We're live now, so whatever you say is on TV.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Right now?
If you want to.
Okay.
No. Everybody quiet, please.
Everybody quiet. No, shut up. Talk.
What?
Talk amongst us. Hello, folks. Big Floyd here. My ugly ass is going to show you how to make Shakshuka. It's a killer recipe. Let's try it out. Better look at him. Yeah, or those guys over there.
Hello.
Looking on the couch over there. Hi. Waiting for dinner. I want dinner. All right. This is all we need to do. It's real easy. This is the easiest recipe in the world. I'm going to show you right now. It's a one-man band. My family's lazy, and I'm the camera guy, sound guy, ingredient guy, and the cook. All right, let's get to go. Shakshuka is a recipe that comes originally from Africa, North Africa, and contains many ingredients. Actually, very limited ingredients, the initial one. And it's tomato sauce, cumin, a bunch of other spices. So, pretty much it's real basic. And then the poached eggs are on top. So it's like you could add different things to it. So it's evolved over the years. And it's gotten to the point where it's the Hebrews in Israel claimed it, and then the Africans claimed it. But it's one of those recipes that goes all around the world. So long story short, we're going to make it tonight, but this is the Big Floyd version. And I'll post the entire recipe. So I'm carrying this around, as you can see. So if you got questions, I'll give you a question and answer period. We're going to break it down, hopefully in less than 5 minutes. Each segment in 3 segments. So you already saw the ingredients. What we're going to do now is we're going to take it down. We got the heat going on. I'm going to crank that up a little more. Pull the top off. You see that's kind of fluffy. There you go. Once you got your oil cranking a little bit there, put you down here. Smoke rolls by. Now, the best thing to do is go ahead and grill these a little bit, or saute them. Pretty much all your ingredients are going to go into play here. The ones that I told you, even the olives. If you don't like olives, don't add it. You're going to use a really nice saute pan. That'll generate a good even heat. And the camera right so you can see. There we go. So you got your goods in there. Your garlic, your oven, onion, red pepper, yellow pepper, all kinds of good peppers. You don't have to really do a lot. What we're not doing is saute it. We want to almost scorch it a little bit. You can take the time and roast the peppers, which I usually do, but we don't have time to do that now. Peppers came from over here. Off the vine. So, back over here real quick. Kind of scorch it. I don't call it sauteing, I call it scorching it. Heat's pretty high. Straighten it a little bit there. Don't want a nice brown crust on it. Yeah, it's starting to brown up a little bit. There you go. So all those ingredients. The big spices in here today are cayenne pepper, or red pepper. Definitely a cumin. Use a lot of Badia stuff all the time. Badia's locally stuff, and I love their spices. Take that to the bank. Any kind of red cayenne pepper you guys are cooking with what I'm cooking. These are whole peeled tomatoes from Publix. I'll show you how to do this in a minute. And you got some Rotel, and anybody that don't use the Rotel don't no-tail. Ask me. Best chance. You guys are giving me, some people are giving me crap for canned stuff, but I'm trying to help you guys out here. How to make a quick meal for a family of 4 in less than 30 minutes. So, we got our goods going there. I'll go a little over more ingredients in a second. Get a little going here. It's hot. A couple more minutes. Some of these ingredients over here. We'll keep our spices here. And then I'm going to show you the next step in a real quick. This will be the prep and sort of the pre-cook. Then we'll go into the cook and the serve. So it's really easy. Here's a quick tip. You got herbs and stuff when you buy them from, it's always better to buy fresh herbs from, Publix or wherever you're going. Don't take them and don't put them in the refrigerator. That's the stupidest thing you can possibly do. Get your herbs, don't buy them in the little tube or all that other garbage. See what I did here? You put them in some water, you cut the ends off like flowers, and you stick them in the water in a little glass, and they'll survive for probably almost 2 weeks. So then you got fresh herbs all the time. You just pick them off and you're good to go. Wash them off. So we're good here on this. Like I said, we don't have to go very far. Okay. And the next step is this. You see how it's kind of browning up real nice. It's kind of getting it. We want that little bit of a texture there. Not much. We're not sauteing them. Still want that crunch. Now the reason we're doing this, most of the Shakshuka recipes call for chunked vegetables and then simmer them down and, try to bring them into almost a sauce. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take this sucker, we're going to put it over here into this giant ninja blender. But actually, Vitamix, anything will work. So we'll go over here, we'll pull this stuff over here, take all our spices, I'll let you know what those are. And then we got that there. So we're going to take these vegetables over here. See if we can get it. There we go. Get you a little bit in there before I scorch myself. There we go. Don't try to do it by hand, you'll burn yourself. Here's a good spatula. Sorry for the view. Take your time. Get them into the pan. The slower you go, the more you're going to get in. There you go. Like I said, make sure you got a really good Teflon, good scorching pan, I call it. Cast iron is great, but we're not on the smoker right now. We're in the kitchen. So we'll take that back. Put that next to the oven over here. All right, so we got that. Let's see here. So you got your peppers on there. You can see those babies down in there, looking good. Some of the herbs and spices we'll be using, we'll adding. So let's go ahead and pop this up here. We'll conclude this. So what this is going to do, instead of cooking the shakshuka into the pan and letting the vegetables reduce, we're going to take and make a really quick puree. And then the puree is going to cook a lot more even and help cook the eggs to a more poached than a runny type of style of egg. So real quick, and then we're done with this video and you can take a break on my ass. So, Rotel. I usually do my own stuff. I'll roast them on the smoker and then put them in here. But hey, Rotel's good stuff. Diced tomatoes with green chilies. Dump them in. Next main ingredient. You're always going to use to open a can after you've opened it. Use a spoon instead of a knife. It's really easier. Plus you won't stab yourself. hopefully. Peeled whole tomatoes with an E. That's all good. Get a little better view. So you got your puree in there. Now you're going to start adding your spice. And believe me, the next two steps are a lot easier. So you got a teaspoon of cumin. Just get yourself one of these. I still use my plastic one from the 1800s. It works great. They all work as long as they measure properly. Here we go. Teaspoon of cumin. Bada-bing. Bang it on the sides. I'm helping you guys out. This is the stuff that everybody you think you know, but you don't know. You bang it on the sides, you'll level it out. See? You can just dump away. There's the cumin. And the paprika. I'm gonna go over here. This is a sweet paprika. We don't use a smoky paprika. Mainly because the sweet paprika gives a better flavor off this, on this kind of food. I use the smoky one sometimes, but I can't tell you that. I have to kill you. So you're gonna have to use 1 teaspoon of this, essentially. Sweet paprika. You can use smoky. You can use whatever paprika you got. If you don't have a thing to bang on the side, just kind of level it out right there. There you go. Boom. That's good. Put her over here. Then you got a 3/4 teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of my pepper. 3/4 teaspoon, and I'm a salt guy. I'll go with the TSP. Doing the bang. Level. Dump. Remember, you can always add salt later on. If you fuck it up and add too much salt in the beginning, guess what? You can't take it back. They say 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. I say 1 teaspoon of pepper. I like the juice. Same stuff. There we go. That's good. Let's see here. What else we got? I think that's it right there. The only thing else we need is, picked it up over here. Here we go. To that one. All right, so you're in there. You got the juice. You got everything rolling. Yep, good to go. Kick the ignite. Ignite the engine. Here we go. Back on, baby. Locked and load. Power on. This thing's pretty cool. This is a Food Ninja thing. I don't know if you guys seen this, but this sucker it'll cook. It'll do sautés. It'll do soups, smoothies, extract, ice cream. It does it all. And Ninja's been pretty good. I gave them a long time, and they've been around for a while. But the thing will do like a tomato bisque or tomato base or any kind of base you want to do. It's got a coil in there. It'll heat up and start cooking the thing. So we're not going to go that way because I'm not that lazy tonight because I haven't got into the scotch yet. All right, let's go back in here, lock it down. A little pulse action. And let's see. Blend. Pop it. So you're going to reduce all that good stuff down. Use the pulse feature. Don't use the blend. Stick it on low and pop it. And watch it. Not too much. You want to leave a little base there. Because what's going to happen is when you put this into the pan, it's going to cook a lot more even for our eggs. And the eggs are going to poach instead of being unevenly cooked with a yolk being all runny and that kind of stuff. So, first episode over. And I'm running late. I know I am. I'm sorry. Should have kind of planned my prep time a little better. Put that over here. I'm going to take this over here. And we're going to lay our base down. So let's change that camera angle. Remember, I'm just cooking for me tonight and the family. All right. Bring it in there. There you go. So we're going to go back, pull our Ninja out. We're going to add our base. Fire's still kind of hot. We got a beautiful tomato base going. Perfect size. Get yourself a big pan. I never thought I'd endorse Teflon, but I kind of do now because this dish cooks pretty quickly. So we'll put that over back on here. There we go. Now the cool thing is what we're going to do is we're going to make some indentations into our sauce. So you got a really good base. Heat's not on. Remember, that's in the center one right there. So you're going to come in here and you're going to go kind of push it down a little bit. You don't see it right now, but you will later on. So you're going to go about 7 or 8. I did 8 there. You can't see them on the camera, but you'll see them when I get done with the finished product. So that's the first one. See you in about 5 minutes for the next one. Pig out.